Blade and Sorcery is an action-packed fantasy sandbox with a built-in progression mode. It's been a fan favorite for years, setting the benchmark for VR combat and world simulation. With its dynamic combat mechanics, rich modding community, and dedicated developers, it has captured the imagination of gamers and modders alike, creating a Skyrim-like phenomenon in the VR world. And if you're watching this video because you're curious about the game, then you're in luck. I'll be giving away a copy of Blade and Sorcery to one lucky viewer, so stick around until the end of the video to learn how you can win. And as an extra treat, I had a chance to speak directly with the game's community manager, The Baron, who shared some exclusive insights about Warpfrog's future, so you don't want to miss this. Today, we're exploring Blade and Sorcery, its history, the developer's evolution, the current game experience, and where Warpfrog could be heading next. Blade and Sorcery began as a one-man passion project by Cosby, aiming to bring realistic, dynamic combat into VR. But over time, it evolved into a full indie studio project, becoming an iconic title that redefined the genre. Warpfrog started with a small team of ex-modders and junior developers. Over 7 years, the team grew in size and expertise, transforming Blade and Sorcery into the polished experience we see today. However, this growth wasn't without challenges, as their original framework, Thunder Road, became difficult to maintain with the team's expansion. But Blade and Sorcery offers an unparalleled combat experience, allowing players to dynamically engage with their environment, enemies, and arsenal. And unlike other VR games, there are no restrictive animations or quick-time events. You have the complete freedom to fight creatively and strategically, making every battle unique and endlessly replayable. In addition to sandbox gameplay, Warpfrog introduced a progression mode, complete with world building, lore, and a skill tree system. And this mode challenged players to earn their skills through dungeon runs and boss fights, like the infamous rock golem Hector. Blade and Sorcery's embrace of its modding community is also a significant reason for its evergreen appeal. Built-in mod support for both PC VR and Nomad versions allows players to customize their experience, keeping the game fresh and extending its lifespan. Everything Blade and Sorcery has accomplished, its dynamic combat, the progression systems, the lore, and modding support, feels like a foundation for something greater. And recently I had the privilege of speaking with The Baron, the community manager of Blade and Sorcery. And while he couldn't reveal specifics about Warpfrog's next project, he shared some exciting details. First, Warpfrog is moving on for Blade and Sorcery to create something brand new, and their next game will use a reimagined and streamlined game framework called Thunder Road 2, designed to avoid the challenges of their original framework. The next game will retain Blade and Sorcery's DNA, a physics-based simulation with player freedom and modder friendliness. You can think of it like how Rockstar's games maintain their unique feel, regardless of the setting. And unlike Blade and Sorcery's early days, the new project will benefit from a fully experienced team working cohesively from the start. And this will allow for greater ambition and efficiency in development. And although the next game is not going to be Blade and Sorcery 2, the Baron hinted that the team's experience and new tools could enable them to create something even more groundbreaking. At first glance, Blade and Sorcery could be seen as a glorified tech demo, a proof of concept for what's possible in VR combat, but it's so much more than that. The features introduced in version 1.0, talking NPCs, a skill tree, item ownership, and boss fights, feel like deliberate steps towards building something larger. And Warpfrog has been testing the waters for a full-fledged fantasy RPG, and their next project might just deliver on that vision. Of course, there are challenges to this theory. As the Baron mentioned, Blade and Sorcery's development highlighted the limitations of their old framework. Building a truly expansive RPG would require not just technical expertise, but also significant time and resources. However, with Thunder Road 2 and their now experienced team, the future does look promising. To enter the giveaway, subscribe, like this video, and comment below with your favorite medieval weapon, whether that's a sword, bow, axe, and in 2 weeks I'll randomly select a winner and contact you via your comment to deliver your game key. Thank you all for watching. I hope this video gave you a deeper appreciation for Blade and Sorcery's history and excitement for what's to come. Stick around for more VR content, and I'll see you in the next one.